and lately I'm always like this. Lately it's felt like always. Take me away from this place, it's lonely. Tell me that there's a way out and hold me stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. It feels like I was set apart to break my heart. Can I survive another day at work? Will it kill me? Rinse and repeat. Loss and defeat. Help me out, I can't get out. I'm trying to, but can't follow through. If I could get a hand, I might just be able to stand. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Take me away from this place, it's lonely. Tell me that there's a way out and hold me stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Take me away from this place, it's lonely. Tell me that there's a way out and hold me stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Did you never tell me? Was it that sad? Did you wake up to me and never feel bad? Oh, if it hurts to hear it, does it hurt you? I hope it didn't, does forever, I hope it will. I found out about you, where you've been, and what you've been doing when I was going to bed. I know you've danced in the shadows and want to keep it from me. Now I know why you would never ever tell. I know that hate is a strong word, but I wish it was stronger. I know our deal is long term, but I wish it was longer. I know that this is gonna hurt, but I wish I was stronger. Did you go by another name? Were you completely different? Or did you act for them like you acted to me? Do you care? I don't think you do. Then again, I don't think you ever really did. I know that you've got your secrets, you did them well. But did you think your friends would never ever tell? Oh, they did. Oh, they will. They betrayed you, now you know exactly how it felt. I know that hate is a strong word, but I wish it was stronger. know that this is gonna hurt. Ooh, but I wish I was stronger. Hello, everybody. We are Wild Ire. That last song was called Secrets. If you're tuned in, thanks so much for listening. And this next song is called Decline. I've been stuck with this crutch. I've set it down so many times, I can't give it up. I've tried to be a better man. Believe me, I've tried to fail to cry. I'm on the decline. Gotta quit this time. I'm walking a fine line, and I don't wanna waste any more time. I'm all choked up, I can't even breathe. Have I given up on being happy? I'm all alone, and I feel that now. I've got no freedom, and I'm falling down. I'm on the decline. Gotta quit this time. I'm walking a fine line. The song's called Give and Take. I got some words that should be said. I got some thoughts I want to spread. The people here think you are great. I'll give them someone to hate. You've got some nerve. That song was called Give and Take. We just released that as a single, and it's actually going to be on our album that we're releasing in July. If you didn't know who we are, you probably see the name on here. It's Wild Ire. And this next song is called Feeling the Ceiling. Gonna be our last song. It's called Ragtime Gal. I've never wrote a love song in my life. I always seem to write about my strife, my luck, never my love. I never write about how good it is, how everything is perfect as it is. But I just keep coming up with sad songs. I've got someone, I love someone I know won't hurt me like the ones it did before. And I've got nothing really to be sad about. Fear keeps me in the dark, and greatness pollutes my heart. I'm trying, keep trying to break free. I'm trying to stop me. Always wait for me to be deceived, and never find it easy to believe that someone really means what they mean. They say, wow, you are a praise and you're a star. You are wonderful just as you are. But what do they really think about me? I've got someone, I love someone I know won't hurt me like the ones it did before. And I've got nothing really to be sad about. Fear keeps me in the dark, and greatness pollutes my heart. I'm trying, keep trying to break free. I'm trying to stop me. 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 Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Thanks so much for Wild Ire. I'm breathing my last breath in my face. I'm feeling the ceiling.
Hello and welcome to Locals Live. Today I'm here with the band Wild Ire, based out of Salem. They're an alternative rock band. And they're gonna play some really cool songs for us today. And the first question I have for you guys is, how did Wild Ire form?
It formed in 2015. I had a friend who I played music with, and he asked if he needed a drummer. By the way, I play drums. And basically, it started with he needed somebody to fill in for drums, so I came in, and then I met Jesse, and then him and I hit it off really quickly. We had like the same taste in music and the kind of aspirations for what we wanted to make, and it kind of went from there. And we kind of went through lots of member changes, figure out what was like the band that worked, you know, and what kind of core elements worked, and then it kind of morphed into what we are today. So we're like on our 8th year of being a band, technically.
Wow.
I know.
What worked specifically with this group?
I think we all have, one thing that helps is that we all are really good at instruments, and so we kind of know what we're doing behind. You know, that was an issue when we first started, was having people who didn't really know what they're doing or just like the idea of being in a band, or bad attitudes. And then now as we've come up over the years, we've gotten like way better, honed in our sound, honed in, you know, what our angle is in the band. And then a lot of people in the band right now are friends we've had previously. Like I met Jake in high school, I met Rio through a job, and then Jesse's been friends with Alex since like childhood pretty much. So it's like that kind of formed together.
More of a connection.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. So how would you describe your musical style?
Alternative, progressive. I think we've got a couple of people who just wanted to be the best at their instrument as possible. So that pushes us into different genres, because we've practiced all the things. So we try to genre bend, but go back to alternative rock that we grew up with in middle school.
Okay. And do you usually like stick to that alternative rock lane, or do you guys like add more?
Sometimes I
genres
get
in
real
yours?
sad and make some bad music that's like acoustic singer-songwriter, and you can find it on the web.
Well, back in like 2019, we did some like pop-y stuff with our, what was it? What was the album called?
Misery Machine.
That's right. Yeah, that was more of like some poppy stuff in there.
I try to match, get closer and closer to him and I creating music that meshes better with his voice and my style. So
Okay.
we've gotten pretty good with that now.
Gotcha. And where did the name Wild Ire come from? Like, is it important to you guys? What does it mean?
There is a math metal, I guess, band called Dillinger Escape Plan, and they had an album called Ireworks. I'm like, oh, Ireworks, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm like, oh, wait, that means fireworks, and they use like the word Ireworks, and it's just a cool play on words. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of like angry and cool. So I'm like, I'm gonna just steal that, and we did Wild Ire, which is wildfire.
It was much better than other names you picked out too.
Yeah.
What
Noise
were some
Dancer.
of the other ones?
Cardboard,
Noise
Chad.
Dancer, Chad.
Big Pizza.
Big Pizza
Big
was.
Pizza.
That's the record company that we use now.
And this
It's our
was
own.
8 years ago when you guys formed, or like were
Yes.
these new names rattling around?
These were when we formed. We were just like, shoot them off.
Gotcha. No, I think Wild Ire was the correct choice to make.
A lot of people argue Big Pizza, so.
Yeah,
Jesse.
maybe some big
Jesse's the
pizza
one that
fans out
argues
there.
No one dislikes a big pizza.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any shows coming up at all, or anything that we can catch?
Yeah. So June 10th, we're playing the White Eagle Saloon in Portland. And then the next big one after that would be June 16th in Salem. We're having our own beer made by a
Oh.
local brewery. And so on June 16th, we'll be launching the beer and playing a show. And so, yeah, you can have the Ragtime Ale coming to your stores soon and your local bars.
That is super cool.
Yeah,
How did
we have
that
Bombs Away,
come
I
to
think.
work?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like,
So I had heard of that brewery in town had done other kind of sponsorships with other bands to create beers, and so I just reached out to them and said, "Hey, let's put this thing together," and they were down. So we got to Nick and I actually went out and helped like brew the beer, and we got to design the style of it and all that, and so it was a really cool process.
I bet that was super fun.
Yeah,
There's a lot of work.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was a whole process, a whole day.
I edited a video and I just saw how sweaty they were and was glad that I didn't go.
Some band bonding, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So describe your creative process for songwriting and just music production in general. Does everyone have a part in it?
Yeah, everyone eventually has a part for sure. I start with the lyrical and chord progressions, and then I'll bring it to Jake. He comes over to my house, and he learns how to sing it, and then I bring it to the rest of the crew, and they're pretty much improvising over the chord progression and lyrics. I do sometimes have parts that I want to sound a certain way, but mainly these guys are making up their own stuff.
Okay, so you just kind of bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah. Until things get solidified, like that's it. That's the thing.
Okay.
And we've almost done 85% of the songs this way.
Do you guys have set weekly practices that
Yes.
you
Yeah.
do all this in?
We practice twice a week.
Okay, gotcha. So your song that you performed today, "Feeling the Ceiling," it's super interesting and unique. What is the inspiration for it? What's the meaning behind it?
It's just like when you're feeling really good at a party, due to anything, and you just feel like you can feel the ceiling. And that's pretty much what it is. It's just you're surfing on happiness.
What if you're just tall?
Yeah, that too.
You're always feeling the ceiling.
Yeah,
What are you, 6'1", 6'2"? That was probably you back then.
yeah. But yeah, it's all about the feeling of just rising up,
Yeah, I know there's a lot of space almost inspiration
super
in the
spacey, yeah.
song. Thought that was really, really cool. So do any of you work on music outside of this band?
Yeah, I could take that one. I feel like we all do a little bit. I personally play in another band, and I make my own little videos and stuff that I'll post online. And Jesse similarly makes some content that he throws on TikTok, records some guitar videos that are super cool. And Nick on occasion will throw up a drum video. So we kind of have our own little personal projects that we'll throw up in the internet and wherever.
And he's in another
Okay.
band that we play with too.
What band?
It's called Flares. It's just the newer emo influenced alt rock
Okay.
band.
So kind of in the same lane almost. But
Yeah, a little bit different, but yeah.
That's really cool. And I see that you just released a song on Spotify, Give and Take, and it's a single. Are you guys working on any new music as of right now?
Yeah, so we've been releasing singles every 5 weeks since about September, and we're headed towards an album release hopefully in July.
Okay.
So yeah.
And we're
Something to look out
constantly
for.
making new music.
Yeah.
And
We
they're
have 3 songs that are pretty much written.
we probably have
We just haven't-
12 that we just give up on eventually when there's it's not going to be anything. But
We just haven't really solidified anything with some new songs yet. So.
But they'll come back.
Nice to have those songs floating in the air that you can come back to though.
Yeah, we'll probably circle back. We've just been really busy with other stuff, so.
Life.
Yeah. Being in a band is taking multiple job applications. You're oh, I want to make music, but then most people don't think about that you have to do the social media presence. You also got to do the street level ideas of let's get shows over here, build up a fan base, and then how we made a beer, that's a promo thing. Where you have to think a little outside the box. There's now video content. That's a huge thing for bands to make them more well known, because you can't sit on the doorstep hoping that a record company's going to go, hey, you're the next big thing. It's a lot of self-funding and figuring out what we can do.
For sure. Does someone handle mainly the logistical side of things?
I mean, we all kind of take little bits and pieces there, but I try to run the merch train as much as possible because it's such a large portion of income for us. That's where most of the time that we're going to make money is selling shirts and hats and anything you can slap a Wild Ire logo on. So.
Do you design it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I bounce it off these guys, and we kind of all put a little bit of input, but it all comes through me and then to the printer.
I really like that one.
Thank you.
yeah, that was
a lot of
hand.
fun.
That was hand.
Died.
Dyed.
Yeah, we
Thank
did
you.
it
I
ourselves.
was wondering how long I was going to do that for.
Yeah, 2 summers ago, we all did it together. We thought it would be a cool thing, film a video of us doing it. So when you got a shirt, it was we did it.
Yeah.
We worked on it together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what bands, local and non-local, do you feel that you take inspiration from or that you just really like?
I think,
Sunwell.
yeah. So the local band Sunwell, we've played in previous bands with them, when they before their iteration of Sunwell, and they've come up, and we really enjoy their music. We play together a lot, honestly. We hang out outside of band music stuff too. When it comes to like what started the band, me and Jesse were really influenced by the band Incubus. A lot of that stuff was a huge like proponent of what we wanted to sound like. And then there's a band called Chon. So we kind of thought about really mathy instrumental music, but with like this aspect of like singer-songwriter and prog influence as well, and kind of mashed together, something that's a little more palatable for an audience. I think the way I think about it is I want something that seems kind of impressive, but something that where a person who's not really into music, they kind of tone that line of I listen to pop music, can get our music and go, wow, that was really cool. I actually think I like that, and keep coming back.
Yeah, for sure. And is the first band you were talking about, are they based in Salem?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Does anyone else have any bands they would like to shout out?
I come from a weird world of like jam band music, so I would say the bands that I listen to that are local would be like Sweet and Juicy. They're all over the place. They dress like Fruit of the Loom and they shred. And then another band would be Yak Attack out of Portland, and it's like electronic dance music, but it's played with keys, bass, and drums, like all live musicians. So
That's
it's a cool
really
experience.
Okay, and my last question, and arguably the most important one, is if you could be any insect, what insect would you be and why? We'll start over here.
Probably a spider.
Bumblebee.
I think we have to say why. Yeah. I want to tell my story. So when I was a kid and I saw Spider-Man 1 for the first time, I wanted to be Spider-Man so bad. So I'd go to the playground and like locate spiders and try to get them to bite me. Because I want to become Spider-Man. So I'll be a spider.
Okay.
Same story with the bumblebees. I wanted them to bite me and become Bumblebee Man.
I'd probably pick like a butterfly, honestly. People just leave butterflies alone, I feel like. If you're a spider, like everyone is afraid of spiders for some reason, and you're dead. Sorry, Nick.
That's
but
true.
Everyone just kind of like, oh, look, a butterfly, and then it just flops away in the wind, so.
Yeah.
I just want to be left alone.
The first thing that came to mind for me, but I don't know if it counts as an insect. Does an earthworm count as an insect?
Yeah, sure.
So I want to be an earthworm so that I can then get split apart and have a friend of myself.
I think, do they do that, or is that just flatworms that do that?
I think it's earthworms that do that.
I thought it was just like a chicken with its head cut off kind of vibe.
I like to
where,
think that
like-
it's two friends. That's
Okay.
why I'm spinning.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's lonely in a worm.
I would be a roly-poly-oly or a
Nice.
potato bug, or there's another name for them, I think.
I can't remember.
I can't think of what it is. But I would be one of those because, I don't know, you're a cool bug. You get to roll around, and who doesn't like a roly-poly-oly?
Yeah, but then people bother you and like roll in a ball and people like shake you up in your hand.
I'll love the attention.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
I love that Jake's just deterring all of our choices. You should be all butterflies.
Okay, well, those were some great answers, and we really enjoyed having you guys on the show today. So
Thank you.
Thanks for
thank
having
you
us.
so much for coming on, and I hope you have a really successful next album that's coming out in July.
Thank you
So-
so much.
Thank you.